really, look, red cards are not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, the best Arsenal team in history loved a red card. True. They loved a red card. Arsene Wenger's Arsenal loved red cards. It was physical, it was in your face. But what's going on? There's too many red cards. And I'm not sure whether... Here's the thing. I don't think this will affect them at the end of the season. I think actually it's good to get out all this nonsense early out of the season. So they have lost their key players to injury. They're still okay. Arsenal have lost the funny odd red cards here, there. Because they are still in and thereabouts. No one wins the league in October.
Yeah.
But I just wonder, it's almost like it's a thing that's just happening. It's a thing. And that's why we had start today. Only Leicester City have won the league after having 3 red cards in a season. And Arsenal are already on 3. So I don't care much for statistics. It's just a random statistic I saw on the corner of my eye. So I don't know what you guys think about this whole red card thing. But should Arsenal fans be worried? I don't know.
I think first of all it was a red card.
No. We are not arguing about it. It is a red card.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans up.
No, it's a red card. It's straight up. It's a red card.
Guys, it was a red card. And secondly, the conspiracy theories. One that I got that was very interesting. I just have to mention. They now blame Liverpool for that loss.
What did you do?
Because the referee is apparently a Liverpool fan. So yeye ndo aliharibu hii maneno yote giving out that red card. That is the weirdest conspiracy theory I've read this morning.
Yeah.
It's now Liverpool's fault. Guys, relax, it was a red card. The other previous red cards, they were red cards. My issue with Arsenal, at any game, sometimes things happen, you get that red card. But now my issue is now them adapting, and maybe it's to Arteta, adapting when you get a red card. Because what we have seen from Arteta, anytime there's a red card or there's that change, when their system is a bit disrupted, he tends to go, now you know what, I'm just going to go defensive. Because what they struggled with yesterday, I think as well, is when they got that red card, Nani was out, Sterling was subbed, and then they brought in Kirio. Yes. Now the team was very defensive. They couldn't get an outlet.
Yeah.
In that, when we can defend, but we have somebody who we can give a ball to run with it.
Yeah.
They couldn't get that outlet. And then another thing I noticed as well, even before the red card, when it was 11 versus 11, that is about 20 minutes, Arsenal were not there in that game. They just looked leggy. Maybe it's the international break, all that. They just look out of it. They were so leggy. They looked like they just had mistakes in them. Some passes were just mispasses. It wasn't clicking at that moment. So I think when just they got the red card, it triggered everything else. And they had the worst team to have. Bournemouth look very, very, very good. They're the worst teams to fall a man shot against because they just controlled the game. They were just comfortable, and they really. And what I liked about Bournemouth as well, they weren't too excited. Really, like these guys are a man down. Let's do everything and go and attack. No, they just controlled it. They maintained. They took their time. When they were to go forward, they go forward. When they were to defend, they defend. They really, really controlled the game. So for Arsenal, I don't think, as well as James said, that I think it's a dent. It's still too early. So I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine.
I think it's something in terms of discipline-wise. It's something that Arteta really needs to talk to his players really, because you can't be getting 3 reds in how many games? 8 games so far, if you include the UEFA Champions League. And we've seen that once they receive such a red card, they tend to fold. The red card against City, this red card against Bournemouth, and the one against in the Champions, and Brighton. They always seem to kind of fold, and they tend to become more defensive, and it doesn't help their case because teams have realized that once this team receives the red card, they become more defensive, and it gives the team, the opponent team, more space to structurize and attack them. Like we saw, I thought yesterday's game was the perfect. Bournemouth used their 9 very well because the number 9 won them the red card for Saliba, and he won them the penalty as well.
With the young boy, Evalinson or someone.
Yes, the new number 9.
Yes.
I thought
Evanilson.
He won them the game because his movements made sure that the center halves, especially Saliba and the other guys, were kind of uncomfortable. And from how they were able to move, especially the Semenyo and the other winger, they made sure that
Ouattara.
yes, they made sure that this defensive structure for Arsenal wasn't able to keep up with their pace. Because look at how they won the the penalty. Because you saw Ben White was there. He tried to move back the ball to Raya.
Yes.
And he made a bad pass. And just the pace and the pressing from this team made sure that this team got something out of it. But I think Arteta needs to talk to his players. I think he really does, because if this keeps up, some other things will come up. Not red cards, not necessarily red cards, but something like a yellow card, which will prevent them from playing their best kind of football.
If you go down to 10 men, you have to become a bit conservative, unless you are City or, like most teams, you'll have to be a bit conservative because you're a man down and the other team is full of pros, so it will give you a bit of a headache.
Yeah.
Brighton did, City did, and of course Bournemouth did. Again, wouldn't be too harsh on them because missing Odegaard and missing Saka and missing Timber at the back, and maybe maybe it's an argument. Though City might go like, oh well, but we have played without KDB and Haaland and whoever else, and we are okay. But I feel like when they are missing those, because when they are missing those players, now Arsenal struggle with the balance.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yesterday was too defensive. Not enough creativity.
Yeah.
Because when you look at that front six, there is no one there who can pass the ball forward properly.
Yes.
Maybe Partey can try, but no. So, and when you're missing that, and you're down to 10 men, and now you're forced to remove your out, which is Sterling. So now it becomes a bit bit harder.
Yeah.
So I can understand why. Also, maybe they played a team that likes to pass the ball, so maybe they'll make that one man count. But the discipline is the bigger problem. It may not hurt you in October, it might hurt you in March or in April. I think that's where the main thing is. At come April, what will happen if this continues? Because Arsenal are just trudging along. Because this Arsenal team is not fluid like last season.
Yeah, it's not.
No, last season I kept saying, when will the fluidity come? It came slightly later. This season is the same, but this season they look a bit more durable than I said this again a few weeks ago. They look a bit more durable than they did then. It's only their first loss of the season. They have conceded the least number of goals in the league, despite the defeat.
Yeah.
They're on 8. Only
Liverpool has.
Oh yeah, sorry, second best. Liverpool has conceded 2.
Yeah.
They are the second best. So it's them and City with 8-8 and Chelsea with 8, and Newcastle who are 8-8. So I think they're fine.
Yeah.
It's just that maybe you need to eradicate the small mistakes, because you do know at some point City will turn it on,
Of course.
and you are not sure what happens when they turn it on.
Yeah.
And if City wake up in January and they buy Zubamendi, as they've been linked to him, who knows what they can do. If they turn around in January and decide to get a DM, who knows what they are going to do.
Yeah.
So maybe just to make sure you continue doing well, that's the only bit. Plus also Arsenal have just looked like they are due a funny result. It's coming. It's something. It's gonna come. But and credit to Arteta, he didn't moan, he didn't complain.
Yeah.
He just said, look, they were the better team. They played well. We are not going to sit here and cry. We agree. We go back. We go again on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think what irritated him more than everything else was that stance by
Martinelli.
Yes.
Because he mentioned it, I think, twice in his press conference. So I think that is one thing that just irritated him. It was like, I wish.
Yeah, because that's where the game changes. Because defending is much easier when you're a goal up.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yes, we've got to give credit to Bournemouth. They came out hard. They played. They did well. I don't think it affects them in the because I think this season we have a lot more twists than we've seen before.
True.
Yeah,
I mean, Arsenal don't have Odegaard. Saka for once missed a game.
Liverpool still have a new coach.
Liverpool have a new coach. We will start to see what they are in the next 5 games.
Yeah.
Then you turn around and you look at City.
Without
they don't have Rodri. So I feel like there will be a lot more twists and turns.
Yeah.
It won't be as straightforward.
Yeah.
And it's question of who goes through the twists and turns, the ups and downs with the most balance. So not too worried that they lost, but the discipline side, maybe they need to worry about 3 red cards in 8 games is too much.
Yeah.
They need to find a way. And I know the dark arts is a good joke. But they
Yeah.
need to find a way, first, of not going down to 10 men all the time.
Yeah.
And when you go down to 10 men, how
What
do you control
adapt?
it? How do you
Exactly.
adapt to what is going on?
Yeah.
But will this result maybe have such a huge ramifications? I don't think so.
I think the only ramification now is maybe Saliba will miss the Liverpool game next week. I think that's a big.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if they have Saka back, and because at the back Liverpool are durable, they've
Yeah.
got players who can play at the back.
Yeah.
Calafiori can play at centre back. Kiwior
Timber.
can come and play. Like they can find solutions. I think the first problem is please don't go down to 10 men.
10 men.
And also Liverpool don't have a centre forward that worries you.
Yeah.
Liverpool don't have a guy. Liverpool, you worry more about what's happening wide.
Yeah.
Like
Diaz,
who's watching
Salah.
more Salah and who's watching Diaz? Up in the middle, it'll be some villager like Jota. It'll be fine. It's manageable. It's not the worst in the world. It's not like if they were playing a team with a proper 9 next weekend, and now you worry like a guy who because Liverpool's danger doesn't come from the middle.
Yeah.
Really, it has a wide.
the wing.
Liverpool has a wide field. I could be wrong, but I feel like Liverpool hustle you more.
Yeah,
Left,
but,
right.
But now when he's not, when with that red card now, it's something that Liverpool now as well can think about on how to exploit it as well.
They
That is
can.
where I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
They can. I'm not too.
But you can't put plans on ifs and buts.
I think they
Yeah.
are fine. Just don't go down to 10 men versus Liverpool. I think that should be the first thing. Don't go down to 10 men. Please stay as 11 versus 11. Yes. Then Kiwior might struggle here. Timber might be
he
back.
was,
I don't
he
know.
was subbed after being a sub.
Yeah,
He was subbed.
because
Nilikata.
Yeah.
And something else, I don't know, Arsenal fans mentioned, maybe would have Arteta started Damweri, now Naweri in the midfield?
no,
No.
it's a baby.
Still not yet.
Guys, this thing of
They need to
16-year-old, 17-year-olds, leave it.
You try that in the Carabao. or
Those
something.
things, leave them. Leave them. He's a baby. He's a child. There is no need to put the pressure on the kid. Let the kid grow. He'll get there. How many players are ready at 17?
I don't know.
And how many players' careers are crushed by being put in when you're too early and you don't recover?
So many.
So I would take your time. There is all this noise about this boy. Easy now. Easy now. Not everyone is Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, of
Easy
course,
now.
Of course.
Easy
I'm
now.
looking at it in the contest that they missed that creativity.
No. He's a
So maybe
baby.
Just having him there would have given something.
He's a
different.
child. Why are we rushing him? For what? This game is match day 8. There's 37 more games to come. 31 more games to come.
Yeah.
30 more games to
Plus
come.
the
Yeah.
cups.
What's the rush? No, just in the league.
Yeah.
Like there is no, unless he's ready, and he's not ready. He's nowhere near ready. He's got the potential, but he's not Kobe Mainu, who looked ready. He's not. So let the kid come up. There's this. Let the boy. He's gonna get there. Just don't rush him. In the bid to rush him, every time you rush him, you risk killing it.
Okay.
If he's not able, so it's fine. To be honest, I don't mind the defensiveness so long as it gets you results. And I think if he stays 11 versus 11, I think they get at least a point, because at some point it will break and something will happen. Also, it's not a rule everyone must win every game. You know, people talk like every team. I don't think it has. So I like the boy. He looks like he has got something, but small. He'll come. Maybe in 2 years. In 2 years, he might be that guy.
Yeah.
Before then, let him grow up normally, because not everyone is that special at 17.
Yeah.
Some people actually, it's not even how special you are with your game, it's how you read the game, and it's how physically you are to fight with men. So you have to look at Wayne Rooney, who showed up yesterday 22 years ago, as a 16-year-old was ready.
Yes.
16, 15 was ready. Physically, he was already ready. Some people at 15, 16 are not. So Fabregas at 16 was ready. 16-year-old, 17-year-old Fabregas was pulling strings for Arsenal in midfield. I don't think he's there yet. So no pressure.
Okay.
Let the kid come up slowly.